Please note that this video has not been scripted nor completely edited. 501st Spartan here. Welcome to this new series that is going to be talking about the lore and some reasons and tactics of my Imperial Guard known as the 501st Legion or 501st Legion. And today we'll be mostly talking about the origins, what did they do, where did they come in, their paint scheme, and some tactics. Let's hope if we have time. The 501st Legion, a group of Imperial Guard that have the best tactics, the best abilities, equipment, and knowledge to become a special unit of 15,000 men. And all these men consist of a variety of places because each and every single one of them are veterans from a previous battle or has been recommended by their superiors from their original regiments and homeworlds to be placed in this specific legion. So there's only two ways how to enter the 501st Legion. Number one is by recommendation. You mostly could get recommended or by invitation from the actual Imperial 501st Legion General or his other colonels and majors across the Legion. Now each and every single one of these brave men here, and they mostly hold the whole Legion, and the General consists of the 15,000 troops. So, out of the entire Imperium, which consists of billions of guardsmen, 15,000 troops is not really much. 15,000 troops is actually very little. And so controlling not even it's not a regiment. A regiment's kind of small, but this one is a legion. 15,000 legionnaires could get a little rough, so they split it up into 5. Excluding the general's specific segment of the Legion. The way how the 501st Legion's specific squad works is they're in the codex they're veteran guards, so they're BS4 instead of their normal BS3, and they will have a lot of options. That's how I run them in my entire army. So I have 100 in the army itself. In miniatures I have 120 men. So I got 12 squads, and each one is fully upgraded and fully equipped with at least one Voxcaster and at least 2 to 3 guardsmen equipped with either flamers, sniper rifles, plasma guns, meltas, or stuff like that. So, and they will have the options to be running those special heavy weapons like autocannons and las cannons, and even heavy bolters. So you could, if you like running this army, you could always give them that as much variety to the veteran squad as possible. Sometimes I give them carapace armor, and they will perform a little bit better, even though the points are a little costly. But still, it's pretty nice, and they will perform. So their uniform. The uniform of the 501st is, there are 2 different uniforms. There's your standard Cadian looking uniform, and then there's your standard Catachan looking uniform. Now they can be both worn depending on the general or the commanders that they have. Like some majors prefer to have whatever they feel like, and the general prefers to have the fully standard equipped guardsman, which is on your left. On your right, you have your Catachan looking versions of the same 501st guardsman. Now, the colors are the following. It's this green from if you take camo green from the old color scheme of GW's production and mix it with a little bit of black. Just a little bit. So we're talking about a 25-75 ratio. So you need the 25% green and then 75% green, 25% black. I would suggest Abaddon Black and mix it with Camo Green. That would be the armor and the primary color. The clothes slash fatigues, if you want to call it, it basically, well, the battle dress uniform, it's basically Cantor blue, Regal blue, same thing, and a bit of the light gray known as Fortress Gray from the old scheme. I forgot the name of the new one, but the old one is called Fortress Gray. So that is the camouflage pattern. It's blue, dark blue, and gray, light gray. So it stands out there, and it looks pretty nice. The boots are black completely, and the last gun is black as well. So, and each one of the helmets and las guns should have a gold trim on them in terms of the symbol of the Imperial Guard symbol right there. That should be gold. So, you could use any gold you like, preferably the nice shining gold, not the too lightish, palish gold. I don't like that one. But if you want to run this type of scheme in your Imperial Guard army, by all means, you could run it. And also, you have to run it my way in terms of tactics a bit. But that'll be for another video. This one's mostly about the lore itself and the reasons how I made this army. Now, about the tanks and what the equipment the 501st Legion has. So, the first equipment, I would say they have Voxcasters, a variety of weapons, las guns, extra mags for their las guns, cantinas, a bayonet holder, and everything you see in this, and grenades, of course. That's everything in a guardsman. That's how your regular 501st guardsmen have. As for vehicles, your standard your Chimera is your primary transport, of course, even in the Codex. Now, the Chimera for the 501st, this is the way that it's painted. There's obviously blue and green, and you have a little bit of gold and stuff like that. Now, this is your standard troop Chimera. You bring your troops there. Not all squads have a Chimera, but most of them do. But this is not Mech Guard, just letting you know. So whenever I talk about my specific tactics, I'll be talking about how I use my guardsmen and how I use my chimeras. This is the Command Chimera. The Command Chimera for the 501st Legion has no gun points here. The command squad will be inside. You will have your commander. In this case, I kind of put him in the same, on the top of the tank where the personnel can come out. Oh crap! And I don't know why I put him a rocket launcher, but instead of just saying, oh, he has an HK missile, the command chimeras for the 501st Legion will be equipped with HK missiles. And if you want, you can put extra armor, but yeah. I put a heavy bolter here, so that way, if I am playing against someone else, let's just say Swarm Army, I'll leave that for later. I'm not even going to talk about it now. Sentinels have two ways in the 501st Legion. First of all, there's only armor sentinels, and second of all, the three main choices for sentinels are the las cannon, that's the primary one that they mostly favor, the autocannon, and the third one, which both of them have, is the missile pods. Well, I put the missile pods just to make sure they look cool and have that extra stuff. I decided to put the missile pods on top. That way you don't have to remagnetize. If you don't have magnets, well, they're stuck together. Now you could say, oh, they have missile pods instead of las cannons for this game. Or if you have the las cannon, you could say, oh, they have an HK missile. That's why the missile in the middle is another color. I put it red with a little gold tip on that missile. That way, that's the HK missile. Armor sentinels, and I wouldn't say that they're competitive, but they're fun. They're just fun units. I will talk about them more in detail when it comes to the tactics. As you know, like most regiments, the 501st Legion also has vendettas and Valkyries, but mostly vendettas. And the type of vendettas they have are simple assault vendettas, your 501st standard vendetta, which is this. It's painted blue and green, obviously. And a little conversion, I could talk about it for later, whenever I do the tactics and all that stuff, Tactica videos about this. And there is the other vendetta, the lead vendetta here, the third one I have, is black. And the reason why it's black is because of the second branch of the 501st Legion, which is the 501st Elite. I will be talking about them with their own special video and what do they include in the Elite section. So, and this is one of their Elite vehicles they have. So the 501st Elite has their own specific vendettas. And for Leman Russes, the 501st Legion has your standard Leman Russ, which will be looking like this. It has, if for points wise, just run it bare naked, just the Leman Russ or any Leman Russ variant. But fluff wise, each Leman Russ, your standard Leman Russ, will be including a last cannon in front and 2 heavy bolter sponsors. That's how the Leman Russ should look like in the 501st Legion. And it has gold trimmings as well. So, just letting you know, Leman Russes look like that. And the command Leman Russ, aka the head lead Leman Russ out of the 3, or the squad of 10 if they bring the armored company of the 501st Legion. Fluff wise, it has a heavy bolter on front and 2 plasma cannons on the side. Why? Because why not? And it's cooler. It has a different pattern than your standard Leman Russ. Let me show you the difference. It's just a slightly different. There's a small, super small difference that you can barely see and notice. So yeah. But that's the 501st Legion's units, the armor they have, their scheme, their paint scheme, a little bit of their history. I'll be going into their entire thing separately in their own videos. For the history fluff, I will be talking in terms of, I'll be making a video with a script and having them, well, having to portray the events that happen and leads to the 501st Legion today. And for the Tactica videos, it'll be more me talking about the points cost, what you should run on them, what should you not run in each and every single unit. So I'll be talking about every unit and, well, every unit that I run in the 501st Legion. So you won't be seeing platoon companies or nothing like that. You'll be mostly seeing veterans, not Mech Guard. I don't like Mech Guard, and I never ran Mech Guard before, so yeah, you'll be seeing mostly less Chimeras, more Guardsmen. Alright, and that's the video for this one. Please subscribe and check my other videos, comment and see what you like. I'll be making better videos now, from now on, actually taking my time on editing and all that crap. So I'm gonna be retesting my editing skills on my new my software, which is Cyberlink Power Director. I only used it well, I used it for every single editing video that I made and I edited, but not on my YouTube videos. These are non-YouTube videos that I use them on. So I'll be working on them with that program now again, because I'm really familiar with it. I could use a Premiere Pro, but I decided, yeah, I would have to buy the new one, CS7 now, or 8? I forgot which Master Collection is now for Adobe, but I think, no, yeah, CS8, and CS9 is probably coming pretty soon. But yeah, I'll be running this old software that I like. So, without further ado, 501st Spartan here, and I am gone for now. I'll see you guys next video.